Oh, yeah!
Well, that's all right, because SmackDown did start with what you'd probably expect to be the main event of the night, which was the New Day versus the Usos for the Undisputed Tag Team Championships. New Day start the match like the 11-time champions they are, showing up the Usos controlling the first part of the match. Usos trade tags and end up dumping Kofi to the outside. Usos isolate Kofi and Xavier down off the apron to prevent the tag. Kofi fought back hard to get the hot tag to Xavier Woods, and Woods comes in and takes out both Jimmy and Jay. Hits a massive top turnbuckle leg drop. I know how much he hates that. Kofi hits an SOS. New Day pull out every move they have, and Usos begin to rally with a few double super kicks on both Kofi and Xavier. Xavier even kicked out the double Uso splash. The New Day hit the midnight hour, first to Jay on the outside of the ring, and then to Jimmy on the inside of the ring. Jay stopped 3 count. They come to a double stare down, which was a great spot, and they start throwing hands. Xavier gets sent to the timekeeper's area, into the barricade and stuff. The Usos trade tags and target Kofi, who's on the top turnbuckle. Kofi reverses it and goes for a dive off the top turnbuckle, only to be hit with the 1D, and the Usos retain and now hold the new record for the longest tag team championship reign at 481 days and counting. Rob, tell us what you thought and saw during this match.
This was a fun opener. We shouldn't have expected anything less, to be honest with you. I don't know if it's their best match they've ever had together, because I'll be real with you, there's not really what I would call any sort of bad New Day Uso match, and I don't know what their best is. I always look at that SummerSlam pre-show match that they had back in 2018, I think. Dude, that match was so good. And also their Hell in a Cell match that they had around that time too was awesome. So this, honestly, kind of right up there with them. Love the spot. It's the second in the midnight hour. That was the double stomp. Loved that spot. That was fantastic. A lot of great storytelling here. They did a lot of foreshadowing where teams were blocking each other's moves just because they've seen each other and they've been around each other a lot. Woods looks even more jacked than he ever has before. That dude's been really looking pretty good lately in the ring. So I really liking that a lot. Just overall, it was the right finish. It was the right match. It was a great way to start the show. Big props to Indianapolis. Good crowd tonight. Yep, hometown heroes here. So really, really enjoyed that for sure. And then on the end of it there, I like the, after the victory, you had the nice stare down, especially after the win, the match where they were just laying in the ropes and, the Usos are tired, laying on the bottom. You got the belt strapped around them and you just see the New Day staring at them with just pure disdain, disgust of what was happening. A great shot. I know this really wasn't a feud. I hope this is the only match that they have for a while. I want to kind of keep them apart, go their own ways, because Jimmy and Jay got bigger fish to fry here later down the road, as we will talk about. But I also enjoyed it right after the match. I know you're going to talk about it here in a second, but I love when they go to the back. When they used to have wrestlers watching other wrestlers, it'd be on the TV screen and they're just standing there in the middle of somewhere. I love that Roman is sitting in this most comfortable chair ever, but everyone else around him does not get that luxury. So I know we're going to talk about that here in a second, but that even better. So this whole thing was just a great match, a great post segment that we're going to talk about here. I loved it. I just absolutely loved it.
Let's talk about what happened after the match, because they go backstage right after the match where our tribal chief Roman Reigns is sitting with Paul Heyman and Solo Sikoa standing behind him. And the Usos come in feeling very accomplished. And the head of the table welcomes them to being the greatest of all time. He says this is what the greatest of all time feels like, boys. Kind of welcoming them to the island of relevancy here. He goes on and tells the Usos that he's going to handle some business later tonight in the ring. And he needs the Usos by his side. And then he gives both Jimmy and Jay a hug here. This is a little foretelling. I think this is kind of the first time we've seen Roman open up to his cousins a little bit and kind of be a little more affectionate and not that hard, older brother to them. And, you guys, they've proven something to him in that match tonight. They finally hold a record like he does. So, like I said, I think this is definitely them being on the island of relevancy here. did you think about it?
What you said is like perfect to a T. Like the way I saw it was Roman. So the reason like everyone gets like kind of crazy, like why does Roman let Sami Zayn in on everything? Sami's just a little pawn to Roman. He means nothing to Roman. Roman likes to I think antagonize the Usos, especially Jay, with Sami, because that's what it is. It's older brother, or it's like a dad figure where he's just like, no, I'm harder on you guys because I expect more out of you guys because you're blood. I know what we can do as the Anoa'i family, that kind of thing. So I think having a moment like this for them to go back there and just say, like, you know, almost like, hey, Pop, you proud of me kind of thing? And then Roman looking at them and saying, you know what? Fuck yeah, I am proud of you guys. This is great. Like, this is a good, amazing step you guys just took. That kind of stuff. Dude, it was fantastic. Like, no, it was excellent.
Thank you for listening to Cream of the Crop Wrestling. You can embrace the madness by finding us on Facebook at facebook.com/Cream of the Crop Wrestling. Follow us on Twitter at Cream of the Crop W. Subscribe to our YouTube channel by typing Cream of the Crop Wrestling in the search bar. Have fun with us on TikTok at Cream of the Crop Wrestling. And you can always find full episodes of the podcast wherever podcasts are found.
Nothing means nothing, man.
Nothing means nothing. What do you mean by that?
More, I'm talking about all the way to the top, yeah. Unjustifiably in a position that I'd rather not be in. But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah. You know that I'm the cream of the crop. The cream of the crop. Nobody does it better. Oh yeah.